Hello, everybody. This is Policy and Procedures Committee meeting and our dated on October the 27th at 5 p.m. Conference room number 1. Meeting's been called to order. The roll call's been taken. The only ones missing is Jenny Anthony had to take her son to an appointment. So that being said, I'm going to do a modification on the agenda on 6.3 on sick leave. Just it'll be a short thing, and just put down sick leave on it.
Where are you gonna put it?
6.3. So that being said, need a motion to approve the agenda as modified.
With that modification, I make a motion, we accept the agenda as modified.
Got a motion to accept the agenda. Need a second?
I'll second.
Got a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Any now look, I know you want to talk now. You can, and that'll be fine. Okay, this will be on the sick leave policy then, I'm pretty sure, right? Absolutely. Okay. Go ahead. We have one speaker here, and it's John Marsoni. And John, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to say some things. I had received the revision for sick leave and personnel policy, and just to kind of go back, in March 2025, this committee had a meeting to discuss benefits to retain employees, and I attended that meeting and had the following questions. I wonder if we could have considered those. Whether or not sick days are earned, should vacation days and sick days be combined into paid time off? A lot of companies are doing a paid time off. And what are the advantages and disadvantages of paid time off? We talked about that briefly, but I never got any real concrete answers on it, and I thought maybe the committee would look into that a little bit more. Of course, the motivation for the meeting in March was to discuss ideas for employee retention. And the revision of the Coffee County Personnel Manual for October has raised some questions on my part regarding sick leave options. I need some clarification on, say, for example, page 19. Is sick leave, is it defined as a privilege, or is it an earned benefit? And the next question is page 20 is sick leave uses for only the following purposes. My question is, should sick leave also be allowed to assist an immediate family with same-day surgery and or doctor's visits? And these are questions I'm going to leave with you. I don't expect an answer tonight. The next question is on page 21 regarding unexcused sick leave absences. If, for example, a stomach virus goes through the household, and if you've got the children, the husband, and the employee, if it causes the employee to exceed the 4 instances per year, then why is that employee penalized for the family sickness? I mean, as you can see, sometimes the stomach virus starts with the children, then it goes through the whole household. I know a mother's not going to leave their child and go to work if the child is sick and throwing up. So that's one question that I wasn't real clear on. Again, at the bottom of this, I asked that this committee talk about this and maybe provide some clarification at the next meeting. We good on time, Mr. Chairman?
You are? Still? You done?
That's all I have.
See, 3 minutes is plenty of time.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, when is the next meeting?
We haven't said it yet.
We haven't said it yet.
Third Monday normally.
Third Monday?
Yeah, it should
But that may
be,
be Thanksgiving week.
It may
It
be.
is the Monday before Thanksgiving, I believe. It's
No,
the
it's the 17th,
20, that's the full commission. That would be the 17th, but that would be our,
our meeting.
but it would be, ours would be from 5 till 6, and the other would be later than that, so
No,
we
our
could do
meeting-
it on 17th.
Policy and procedures meets on the third
So that-
Monday,
So that'd be 17th.
17th of November.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
We do it. Yep.
Everybody's got a list, questions?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So on the 17th is caucus.
Well, it's not until after, it's not till 6. This meeting meets at
Yeah.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we go run long.
Well, it should be a short one, hopefully.
Okay, so we're gonna put it down on the 17th?
Well, not yet. Not yet. We ain't.
Okay.
We ain't got to that part on the agenda.
Okay.
Okay, public comments is over with. We need a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
Hadn't read 'em.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion made. Need a second.
Second it.
We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Got out of O ink. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and move to unfinished business, separation policy.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass out our policy.
Number one.
Okay, the question is, it's,
Thank you.
the part of the separation
sure you do.
policy regarding, the reimbursement of training or certifications that an employee has to reimburse the county if they separate within 2 years, of receiving their training or the certification. The way that it's worded now, it's voluntary separation, so meaning if the employee resigns. But I've had question, from one of the departments that goes through this a lot, and has some turnover, if we should also be getting reimbursements back from employees that are terminated within that 2-year period of receiving training and certification. To me, it
To
would
me,
should
that's
just be
logical.
separation, cause the way it's stated, it's
Voluntary, yeah, I understand what she's
Should
saying.
be just separation,
be
period, to
separation,
me. Don't
either
you
way.
think, Andy?
I mean, the main certifications are what, sheriffs and EMS?
Animal control has some training certifications, yes.
Yeah.
I could see, but either one of those employees, maybe not animal control, going to another city or another county with that certification that Coffee County taxpayers paid for, so I would think it would definitely be both.
Right. So basically, the only thing that we need to change on this would be where it states voluntary separation, and the percentage, you know, based on how long that they've been here, would need to be just changed to separation, not voluntary separation. Because of course, the way it's stated, it's if they resign.
Yeah, I'm with,
Right.
Just
I'm with
scratch
you.
voluntary,
I'm with, yeah.
I'm with you.
I'm okay.
So it would be for either resignation or termination within 2 years.
Any separation, yeah.
Right.
That makes sense to me.
Do you wanna have that worded anywhere in this above?
Well, it
We don't
just-
have that.
It just states if an employee separates within 2 years of receiving training or certification that costs 500 or more. I think if we change just,
Wait a minute, we don't need that. We already got that in there.
Right.
Page 9, an employee whose services is being terminated, either voluntary or involuntary, shall
Right.
be paid on, okay, so.
and that's completely different.
That
So
is different, so-
this is the part of where we're for reimbursement. And we already have it states employee separates. So if we just remove the voluntary, then that would
So
revise the policy.
if their final paycheck doesn't cover that, are we just, we're out the rest of the money?
You can ask for it, I guess, but I don't know how you're gonna get it, but
We wouldn't. We'd just be able to get what, you know, and normally the departments will figure that
And that's,
based on how much the last check's gonna be when they turn in the payroll.
So all we really need to do is just remove the voluntary. Okay.
On the bullet points, yeah.
just, yeah.
And of course, there are exceptions to repayment obligation,
And
which
that's
that
covered below.
doesn't have anything to do with it. This is just
When you
exceptions.
send this to legislative committee,
Yeah,
It's
any
back to that
change,
question.
yes.
Yeah.
Any change.
I'd say, well, if we're gonna make the change, we need to go ahead and make it and let her go ahead and fix it and let her send it on to Frank with the legislative committee.
I think that'd be
Okay.
good too, since it deals with their department.
Yeah.
He can have better insight than we do.
Right.
If you didn't want to drop voluntary, you could just do a slash and put involuntary.
Yeah, exactly.
Since over here,
It does
You
say.
say
we're
the
talking
same way
about
on it,
voluntary or
yeah.
involuntary, to kind of keep some symbolism, if you wanted to just put
That's the only reason.
voluntary,
that's why I was reading that,
involuntary,
yeah.
I think.
So however you all want me to reword it.
I'm fine with just taking the one word off.
I am too.
Suits me. Are you, Mr. Miller? Are you good with just dropping
I
voluntary?
am, but I'm not sure why we even need those four bullets,
4 bullets?
yeah.
Because it's
It's
different
timing.
percentages in
It's
time.
time.
Well, that's just it.
It's
yeah.
timing.
This time and percentage.
It could just say separation. Scratch all
For
the
each one of 'em.
separations.
Yeah, of all the volunteers.
I'm sorry, I meant voluntary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
We'll
proposal.
need a motion and a second if we're gonna do that.
I'll make that motion,
Motion made to remove just the voluntary from it.
yes,
Okay,
on all four.
all 4 items, yep. Need a second?
I'll second it.
Have a second? All in favor, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion approved. I think that'll fix that, I believe, maybe. It's a
Well,
rolling target
Seems to.
sometimes. Okay, let's talk, item number 2 under 6, which would be 6.2. This is on the Coffee County Public Comment Policy that we, worked and sent to the Legislative Committee. They came back with a recommendation that we, the recommendation, what I read here on, the sheet they sent back is on your last page of your, agenda stuff, so. It says donation of time, be allowed or considered after other agenda items are addressed. So I'm assuming they're saying, let somebody be able to speak about the same item, is that what do you know what they were talking about, Dwight?
trying to remember. Best I remember, we were pretty much not gonna do any donation.
We were told not to allow them to have any donation of time, okay? I would rather see them go more on more people than anything. Because
Me too.
Dow had went to a meeting
Me
in
too.
another state, another town, regardless of what the object is. If it's a big enough topic to speak about, then, and if you have, you know, we put it on there 10 maximum, and I think that ought to be changed.
I think that the change
I do
was
too.
legislative, if I remember right, was it's gotta be a different subject. You could go 10 minutes, or whatever it was.
Well, actually, this is.
On a topic.
This, on a topic, on this way we have it right here, can only have, you'll have 30 minutes of subject. You'd have 10 minutes, which is 30 minutes for 10 people, five of them on one side of the subject and 5 on the other. That's the way it is right now.
What we wanted to allow, I think, was if somebody was not part of this big group but there was another item on the agenda.
If another item, that's
They
a
want-
whole different standard, that's a
That's
whole
it.
different set.
It just wasn't spelled out.
Well,
Okay.
this is per agenda item.
I don't think it was spelled that way.
Okay, so we can,
I think that's what
Not
the deal
bad.
was. if I remember
Listed
right.
as the first item on the agenda. The period for public comment will be listed as the first item on the agenda. So any item on that agenda if there's 10 items on the agenda, we could be there actually for a long time.
Could be.
Technically, that's kind of why we limited it to 10 people.
Well, what
For 3
question
minutes
came
apiece.
up is if the first people show up first and sign up, they take all the time,
Can't do that. For one side, you mean?
yeah.
Can't do that because the
No.
way we wrote this is 5 for, 5 against. That's 10 people.
No, I don't think.
You follow
that's
what I'm
Dwight-
saying?
I don't think that's what
I don't
Dwight's
think-
saying.
I'm
that
telling you.
what you're saying?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. We don't care. They get their time for this one topic.
Mm-hmm.
But if we got one person back here that's got a burning desire to speak on another topic, we need to let them talk.
They will be able to talk.
yes,
Yeah, but it's
Yes,
not
we're in
spelled out,
agreement.
I don't think, in any of the,
This
Stuff
should be
allowed
for, this should be public comments for per agenda item.
did it say per item? I don't remember. I don't quite remember that part about, per item.
I watched that meeting and, I think one of the biggest issues was from Commissioner Chambers, that he wanted no donation of time completely taken out of it. They wanted to be able to donate time, so if there was 5 people and the first one got up and was saying what the other people wanted, the people behind them, the other 4 could donate their time to somebody else to speak.
And I spoke with him about that, and I told him that's not what the state's telling us to do. And he goes, oh, I didn't know that. That they're telling us you can have however many speakers you want to be able to speak on a subject. But you want to limit them time and don't sit there and they cannot borrow time from somebody else, and that was the main thing from them. So he
and I
said,
think we
okay.
kinda worked it out that way, that just wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to speak on a different subject
Well,
if they
the
wanted to.
Commission will take all practical steps to ensure that opposing viewpoints and represented fairly, include giving each viewpoint an equal number of speakers, if any. And what it's supposed to be, well, we may have to
Add another thing.
add another
I
line
think, but that's the problem.
per
for-
agenda
for all.
item.
Yes, I think that's the key.
And I'm good with
The
that.
sign-up
'cause
sheet will include the name.
I said I'm good with that because if
See
you
right
got-
here, well, I thought it covered it in this line item
I
D.
didn't
The
remember
sign-up
it.
sheet will include the name, address, topic on the agenda, the speaker wishes to address, and whether the speaker is for or against the item if applicable. And that's why we did this sheet to go with it.
But I think the
And it-
concern was if you get to the certain amount of time spent,
the 30-minute
It's
limit
done.
on one subject, the other people do.
well, it doesn't even say on one subject. We just assume
Well,
that's the way it goes.
we can
can
fix that
clarify.
where it does say per agenda item.
Why don't we?
clarify it.
And
You
I
wanna
think
put a
they'll
E-
be
Just
happy
leave it
with
like
that.
this and put an E, but I still think we need to change the 10. That's just my
The
opinion.
what?
The 10.
To what?
And just leave the number out and let them show up and speak if they
No,
want
I don't know
to.
if I don't know if you want to do that because you could have, well, you're right. I understand what you're saying.
Let
You're
it,
saying do
let it
more
determine
people,
if they,
20 for,
just say nothing
Well-
and let whoever wants to speak
For 2
on it
minutes?
sign up to
3.
speak.
3.
20 for 3 minutes?
Well, so if you did 20, that's just,
10 on each side?
that's 10 people for each side. I don't think you have more than 10 people getting up complaining on each side. I know you do probably on one side, but that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of
Well, in
people.
my personal opinion,
That's an hour
That's enough.
before
per
you,
agenda item.
if, by the time you've done 5 people, 3 minutes each, they're probably gonna cover the same stuff over and over if you keep doing it.
Exactly. That's why we tried to limit it to 10.
And I'm good with that, all that good. I think legislative was all right, except for the fact that, we left out a potential subject by somebody else. We didn't
Okay,
want,
so
because
we-
they
we're-
weren't there to sign up the first sheet.
I don't want to mess your paper up.
Why don't we just do
Make
the
it on.
policy and let the commission decide on the number of people?
Let the full commission decide.
When y'all approve the policy, whoever,
Because see, I don't, yeah, and of course, I've had other, committees ask me, is this gonna is this for their committee too? I said, it is if you want it to be. You can do what you want to. You're the chair of that committee. You can do what you want to do or need to do in your committee. If you wanna let more people talk, you let them talk. If they're respecting your time, let them talk. But if they're not respecting your time, and they're just up there rattling on, then don't.
every committee's supposed to have. a
Every
policy.
committee's supposed to be under this, yes. So I would say well, I can't make that motion, but here's what I would recommend, then we add, a line, a E, and put on per agenda item.
That
Okay,
was our
Per- or
intent.
Per item on the agenda. Because it has to be an item on the agenda that they're speaking about. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, not necessarily, because if we have a section that's for public comment, it can be
Has to be a-
whatever they want to.
No.
No, it has to
No,
be-
it
If
has
it's
to be on-
public
no.
comment, but now if it's,
If it's a public comment, just like we have
It
in
has
here,
to be
it has
for
to be
that.
on an item on the agenda.
I got you. I
You have
got
to
you.
say that. If
Okay.
we're gonna put another, thing here, it has to have per item on the agenda.
Okay,
I think that's what it needs to say,
okay.
because
That would
we
make
can talk
this
about a
one
quarry for 3 hours,
Okay.
and somebody
Try this
else
one.
wants to
I'll
talk
keep that
about
in
something
mind.
else.
Yeah.
We don't want them,
That allows anybody that came to speak.
right.
So are we gonna tell the full commission they're gonna have to tell how many people they're gonna allow?
I don't know why, I mean, you three can decide that. I'm not gonna enter into it.
Well, it looks like the chairman runs the,
Should run it,
Session.
yeah. He should be able to say,
and we're basically saying, this is what we want. But the chairman can allow, it to go 30 seconds more or whatever, because they're always sitting there saying, you need to widen up. Get 3
And
minutes,
just
so-
always remember this, when you get in the commission meeting, any commissioner can ask for a vote to suspend the rules.
yeah, you can't,
Right.
which changes everything.
Which changes
Right.
all of
Yeah.
it. That's why I don't think making it too specific matters, because if you have a really hot
That's why I
topic.
think 10 was a good number.
Yeah,
And if there's not a whole bunch of people wanting to speak on the opposite side, then you
Go back.
go back and say, okay, well, you got,
And that's
they only
basically
had
what
3,
we
you can
agreed
add 2 more
to.
people.
We agreed to that.
But just you can't let them borrow time though.
I don't like that, no.
So I say let's just add the item E. And, no, that's just me saying that because I can't make that motion.
So do you say the above,
So what we're gonna say, can you read what we're gonna put as a line item E?
Per item on the agenda.
That'll be here, okay? For
Okay.
each item, probably ought to say each item, or per item on it, each item on the agenda. Okay?
I'll make that motion.
And I think we just leave the 10 alone, then.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think
y'all
so.
can discuss it.
and I think legislative was okay with that.
Okay. If we get into something that's big, suspend the darn rules and let's let people talk. I think,
Agree.
and that's simple to do,
I agree.
so. Because yes, we always wanna hear what they got to say.
We do. I second Andy's motion.
And I
Add
guess
per item.
anytime, same commission can stand up and say, I'm ready to make a vote,
Yep,
call for the vote.
okay. Got a motion and seconded. We have any more discussion on it? I kinda like that better. There was something though, let's, I ain't got to, have I done, we haven't done all the discussion yet, right? Okay. There was something that somebody brought up to me about being able to speak, and I listened to them quite a bit because they own property in Rutherford County and Coffee County. It ties together, the county line goes through their property, and their address is on the Rutherford County side. But they own more property on the Coffee County side. And so it affects them, something that's going on. And they
I
go,
think they'd be able to do for both
I think as
counties.
long as it's a property in the, and that's in Coffee
paying
County, they need
taxes
to be
for
able to
both.
speak. So do we need to have that said here, or we're gonna have that, is that gonna be okay in this document right
Well,
here?
if they're in Coffee County, we're good, aren't we?
I think it should be right here.
Well,
You know, do we need, we don't need to keep throwing more things at this, I
what
don't think.
does that say? Or no, that's the commission rules. that
Said commission
says-
rules shall allow maximum tenure of Coffee County residents.
I don't think we need to change any of it.
Change it from residents to taxpayer or property owner?
I don't like that too. You understand what I'm saying?
I
though?
do.
Cause it's not fair, and I mean, you could take and draw a line all the way around Coffee County in Moore County and Warren County and you name them. There's people that their property lines have gotten split.
Well, they're paying taxes,
And
like I
they're-
said, on both
both
places, so
places,
I don't know
both
why anybody
places.
would complain.
But, you know, I think they need to be able, if they got a problem and they wanna speak to our county, you know, I think they ought to be able to speak.
That is a question, though, what you mentioned about, property owner. What about if we're talking about a business or something that's been there 5 years, 10 years, whatever, they're paying taxes too. If you just say property owner, is that gonna exclude the business owner?
I don't think so. Most of your business owners are
Well, I mean,
property owners.
well, I run into this a lot in elections because a lot of people rent business space.
Yes.
So, you know, in the cities, they're allowed to vote for city stuff if you own property but don't live in Coffee County. But you must own that property to be able to vote for your representative. You can't just rent a business on someone else's property. So it's kind of the same situation. I mean, if you're not paying property taxes on that business, the property owner is, but you are paying business taxes to the state.
Sales
or
tax
the-
and all that.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know either. I think either, or both could. They're only gonna be able to talk anyway.
I feel like they need to be able to, do we need to have something that addresses it, though? I'm just asking that question because I've had it asked to me. I mean, do we have to have something on this? Because I said, well, we're speaking about this item tonight. And I just wanted to make sure if we need to put another item number on there, or another item on here saying Coffee County taxpayers or property owners.
Right now, the restriction is on there, what, Terry? The
says
restriction
Coffee County
now says
residents.
must be a Coffee County resident. Or property owner.
If you're a property owner, you're paying taxes, right?
And if you're the
You know-
business manager, you're paying sales tax.
I'm good with those slashes. Why don't you just slash it and say Coffee County resident
Well, we're
or
gonna send this-
property
we gotta send
owner?
this back to the legislative committee. anyway.
Yes, absolutely.
So I would like for us to maybe fix that under the section B, Coffee County, where it says Coffee County residents, and then put a slash, and then also
Property owner.
Coffee County property
I
owners.
think that would
I'd
fix
be
it.
for that.
So,
I think I'm looking at a different one. I don't think I'm looking at the revised one.
this is what you get. Yeah, you need, that's why I said you need this back. Did you take the one I had and yes, no, you didn't. See, that's fine. You just keep this one back.
Okay, so we're wanting it to say what now, Coffee County?
So right there behind Coffee County residents slash
Property owner.
property owners. Don't put taxpayers down, because if they own property in Coffee County, they're paying taxes.
Right.
If they ain't, I need to find out what they're doing so I can join the club.
Okay, so on B, okay.
I think that's a good change. Oh, well, we're gonna have to have a motion to change
Let me
that.
ask again.
on that
We're
item.
talking about, you said, what's the wording, owner slash
So
property
we're
owner?
saying,
It says resident.
so Coffee County residents slash property owners. Correct?
What
That's
do
how
you,
it should
what
say.
do you, what do you do about, say in Tullahoma's case, you got a good part, a little section of Franklin County. That's where they live. So it doesn't really address that business that they may own in Coffee County.
It does address it. If they own a business in Coffee County, that's what you just said, property owners. I don't care whether it's a business,
That's what I'm
I don't care
saying.
if it's a skyscraper, or what you got, if it's property owner, you have just committed to paying taxes to it.
It
And you ought to
doesn't,
be
it
able to
doesn't,
speak.
it doesn't ring to me for property owner as business owner. It's not necessarily the
I think we're
same.
getting too picky.
Yeah, but I think you're getting, yeah,
Getting
I
too,
think
we're
you're
getting
too-
in the weeds.
Yeah, we're getting too
Okay.
technical. If you can't figure out, if you're a property owner in Coffee County that you can speak, I think they should know. Business or not a business, I'm a property owner. I wanna be able to speak. Write your property address down and speak. You good? That's what it needs, I think it needs to go at, so. Could we get a motion for
And I would make a motion that we amend to add
that?
property owner.
Got a motion? Need a second?
Fails for lack of a second.
Fails for lack
That's
of-
fine, leave it like it is and send it back to admin.
This is one bad part of being a department head sitting on a committee. You know, I agree with that, but I would prefer if the commissioners worked that out because it pertains to your commission meetings, not the departments or the employees that we are here to work in policy and I guess procedures.
Represent.
Yeah, the county commissioners, I just feel like y'all need to do that in the commission meeting.
Address that part of it?
Really address all of this. I mean, we were just
What's
asking.
what's the purpose of this committee
Yeah,
then?
then they'll go,
If
why
you
don't
don't
y'all
go
do your
forward
job
with
in
a
our committee, and then
recommendation,
why
right.
legislators doing
We-
their job? They're-
Nothing would ever get done
We
if you left it to
created
18
the
people.
policy,
Yeah.
which is what we're here to do.
Right.
Yes.
They need to fine tune it. Or, I'm sorry, the commissioners need to fine tune it to fit that, because the ultimate approval is with the commissioner. If y'all don't agree with me, that's fine, but, I mean,
I know what you're saying.
yeah. I agree. I think property owners should have a say, so I will second that. But I would still prefer y'all having discussion with the commissioners and fine tuning this policy amongst the commissioners, the elected officials.
Before we send it to legislative? Because legislative.
No,
won't
no,
see
I
it,
think,
ain't it?
I
I
think what
think-
Andy's say, I
You
think what
it needs to
Andy's
go for
saying,
commission
once,
Before we do anything with it.
no, I think he's saying we need to make these changes, send it back to legislative, and if they go with this, it would go to full commission. Then at commission, there will be further discussions to fine tune, change the numbers, change the time, and all that will happen naturally
Yeah, that's-
once it
That-
comes.
that's
That will
my
happen
point.
I
naturally.
understand that.
Yeah, fine tuning it here, creating the policy is one
Yeah.
thing. Fine tuning it to the number of people, how long they talk,
Yes.
who gets to speak is totally the 18 commissioners' decision.
I agree,
But-
I
but
agree,
I
I agree
will-
with
And
what
we're
you're
in,
saying.
and we're in
Yes.
agreement
I
with that.
will-
That
I
will happen
second that
naturally.
To go on to legislative.
After we fine tune it. Or no, it needs to
No,
go on.
now, yeah.
Legislative and get it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, if y'all wanna
understand. I'm with you.
fine-tune
I
it
agree,
here,
I agree.
okay.
I agree.
Yes.
What you're saying.
Now that we have addressed their concerns, we're making their changes that they wanted to see. Now it's back to you.
Yeah.
Then if it passes with them, it'll go full commission, and then that will happen naturally in discussions. Well, I think it ought to be.
'Cause I'm gonna bring it
I
up.
think it ought to be that,
Well, I wanna
and so
bring it up
on.
and I'll make sure it's brought up in the full commission and make sure they understand and
This
discuss
is it. Exactly.
Because I don't want to just sit there and go, we have, here it is, and vote yes or no. No, we don't, we
No.
need to talk about it before we do that, and I'll make sure that happens.
Yeah. I just don't want.
Yes.
I just don't want this to be so defined here, go back to legislative, send it back here, keep going. I just think the policy needs to be created here.
Yep.
Yes.
Everything else needs to be worked out on the commission floor.
Yes.
I've said that.
And
once
you've got three
before.
commissioners here. I think
We
we're
don't
all
need
in
to be
agreement.
Sending back and forth between two committees.
Well, we've done that.
Back and forth and back and forth, fine
Yeah,
tuning.
we've done that before, and I put a stop to it one time, then I got in trouble for it, and then I got, backed by the state over it, that we can do what we wanna do. And, but yeah, if we need, I know what you're saying, because we wound up having a policy procedure meeting and a
And never get
legislative
anything
committee.
done.
Oh, we did, because we had both meetings, didn't we, at the simultaneously.
Session, we've done that
Yes.
One
when
on
I
one
was
end
in
of the
budget and
table, one on the
finance.
other end.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
Did
That's
the same
good.
thing, budget and finance.
We had to
Sometimes
pass
said,
the
"Let's
paper
just
back
meet."
and forth until it got fixed.
That's
and we
good.
were
They're,
done.
everybody's doing their
That's the
job.
quickest way.
Save money.
Well, you
Save
don't,
taxpayers money.
you don't, well, you start to say, right
Everybody's
now, the
doing
way
their
it's
job.
working, we're paying for one, paying for another, come
Paying
back,
for
do the
another.
thing,
I
do
know
the,
that.
if we can't work it out in one pass, we need to finish it
Yeah.
with the full commission.
Okay, my question, who made the first motion and second on the first revision of, adding E?
E,
I did, I think.
yes, you did.
And you seconded that?
Gosh,
I think
yeah.
Dal seconded it.
And then Dal made the motion to amend
Mm-hmm.
and
The
to
B.
change B.
Mhm.
And then it was seconded by Andy, okay. And then sent to legislative.
And we done discussing?
We didn't ever get a second on that
Yes.
last
Yeah, we
one.
did.
Andy
Okay,
did.
you did.
I
Andy
second it
did.
just to move it on to legislative.
Okay,
And so, everybody done discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved.
Okay.
Okay. Lost my agenda. I do like that better. So, sorry I brought up a sore subject on
all
that,
right.
but,
So that.
all right, 6.3, I think we've already discussed that with, we have some questions from, John that we'll address at our next meeting on, and when, we talk about it some more. And so we don't, does anybody have any new business they wanted to bring up that we need to talk about?
well, John brought up some things, but we hadn't talked anything about it. Are we
are
not
next-
going to?
We are, you're gonna study that out, and we were talking, that's gonna be on our next agenda. These items right here,
Okay,
it's all on the next agenda in November. Yes, ma'am.
Did we address the donating of time be allowed? We
Can't
said we're not gonna do it.
we're
Cannot
not,
do
Okay,
it,
we're not
donate
considered, so
time.
we've answered that.
Yep.
Okay.
and like you were talking about, Roger pretty much wanted to scratch that, and I think before it was over, he agreed it worked like it was.
I may not have watched the video.
I did talk with Roger
Good.
after the meeting was over, and he understood what I was talking about. When I
Good.
told him the state's one told us to do this way. And, he understood then, I think. Oh, I was assuming he understood it that way. Okay, any other new business? If not, we need to set our next meeting, and I have the third Thursday is, or the third Monday will be the 17th. Revolution Day of Mexico. Y'all have a problem with that date?
I might.
No, that's good. That's good for me.
We're on November now, 17th,
Yes.
Okay, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all I have.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Got a motion to adjourn. Need a second?
Second,
We got a second from Andy and Dwight both.
whatever.
So, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. You're adjourned.